I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this Blue Origin launch, but I found some things that most people aren't talking about that raises some question marks from a Christian perspective. Beginning with a journey that's supposed to take 11 minutes from launch to landing, and a launch post that said at 42 minutes they've launched into space, and at 35 minutes, 7 minutes later, they've safely landed. The math is not mathin'. And why specifically 11 minutes? In numerology, the number 11 is considered a master number signifying heightened intuition, spiritual awakening, and a deep connection to the universe, which might explain some of the spiritualism behind this whole event. Which makes it even more interesting that Katy Perry's latest song, Last Night Friday, rises to 28 spots on global Spotify to a new peak of number 142 with 1.33 million streams. Which is the classic, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, you do this, and then we'll give you this. Because you do know who the little g God of this world is, correct? And this logo, what is this all about, right? If you take this logo and you flip it upside down, you're gonna get this. But I'm here to tell you, my friend, that if you're not in the B-I-B-L-E, you're going to be deceived. The Lord Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.
Okay, now I want you to watch the hatch door open from the inside. The lady runs over there real quick, says, no, 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 shuts the door back, tries to stand in front of it.
Does anybody else think there's something a little bit fishy about this trip that Katy Perry and all her mates made into space today?
3, 2, 1.
Taking up space!
First all-female trip to space in 6 decades, apparently. Look at them with their perfect hair and their perfect makeup. That looks like a promotion picture for the new Avengers film, doesn't it? Not like a group of astronauts who are about to go into space. They've only been training for a couple of days in order to go into space. I mean, come on. Weren't born yesterday. And they came out when the capsule supposedly landed. All their hair and everything's completely perfect still. Like no, showing no signs of space travel or anything. But now I have my doubts whether this was just a publicity stunt and they never actually went to space at all. And then I saw the footage they put out of the rocket taking off. Now I know it's fake for sure.
Get ready for the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off.
There's no way that's real. Come on. To think we were born yesterday.
This is laughable at this point, you guys. If you haven't seen this video yet, I'm about to play it. I'm just catching up because I had no signal where I was yesterday. So I'm watching this, and the video, they open the door, okay? They're not supposed to open the door. That's very clear that this was supposed to be a theatrical event. They open the door, the video starts glitching, they cut the feed, and then they come back and say, oh, we have the video, but keep in mind there's no audio from inside all of a sudden. So they make them close the door, and then they put on this theatrical event of him with the metal rod opening the door.
What's going to come out of her mouth?
Starts glitching, okay? Because they open the door. They cut it.
All right, so we do have another live stream, the very same event right here, and we did want to share this with you. There is no audio attached to this particular live stream, but we do see Jeff.
They probably cut the audio because they were like, shut the damn door. Okay, let's play the next video.
Of it, because so much of the capsule has windows, and it makes for just an incredible experience.
Like, we all didn't just watch them open the door.
Okay,
here we go. Yeah. Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
Hold on, I didn't even catch that till just now. Did he just say you didn't actually close it again?
So I've basically stopped trying to talk to family and friends about a lot of things because they're just not there yet. They don't get it. And it's not my position to try to wake people up. And you just kind of have to coexist in two realities. One where you know the truth, and two where you just play dumb like the rest.
I feel super connected to love. So connected to love. I think this experience has shown me you never know how much love is inside of you, like how much love you have to give, and how loved you are until the day.
What are you even saying? Connected to love or disconnected from reality?
Okay, not sure why I didn't see this before, but there are 6 women. That's the first number 6. The second number 6 is you have 3 on this side, and you have 3 on this side. 3 plus 3 equals 6. That's your second 6. N, right down here, is number 14 in the alphabet. S is number 19 in the alphabet. 14 plus 19 equals 33. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Now you have your 666. All 3 of these and all 3 of these are facing this thing, which if you flip it upside down, looks like Baphomet. Them facing Baphomet is showing their connection to the occults. It's their duality. So now we'll flip it upside down so you can see what I mean. You'll see the 2 eyes, you'll see the nose, and down here is the mouth. Up here is the horn, and here is the other horn, and this is the thing in between. Eyes, nose, mouth, horn, horn, the thing in between. Baphomet is a demonic idol. N being 14, S being 19 equals 33. 33 is the highest degree of the Scottish Rite Masonry. It's the pinnacle of knowledge and enlightenment. I'm still trying to figure out what the 31 means, and there are symbols all over this. We're going to go ahead and zoom in on those. If someone could let me know what these things mean. I'm pretty sure they're tied to the occult somehow. This looks like a dog. Maybe a side profile of a dog. Here's another symbol. 31 is reversed. It's 13. It's a number often used in Luciferian or occult rituals to symbolize rebellion or the inversion of God's order.
If the Earth is really rotating, then why are airplanes flying? They could just go up in air and stay in the same location and wait for the Earth to rotate and then land. Why do they need to fly? Isn't that concerning?
Did Katy Perry, Gayle King, and Lawrence Sanchez really go into space? Or was it all just part of a carefully crafted show orchestrated by powers that you and I would never see? Now, you might have heard about these famous women hopping onto the Blue Origin flight. It's an all-historic, all-female crew blasting off into space. But what if I told you there's more to this than just what meets the eye? Today, we're going to go down this rabbit hole just to discuss a theory that's been floating around for a while. What if only Freemasons are allowed to go into space? And these celebrities are just puppets in a grand scheme, the grand cosmic scheme, you know, the worldwide play. Alright, so look, let's just break it down. The story goes like this. Katy Perry, Gayle King, and Lawrence Sanchez all boarded the Blue Origin rocket for a groundbreaking moment in the history of the world, the United States, you name it, of human history, an all-female crew blasting off into space. It's presented as this monumental step for women everywhere. It's a clear signal that we're breaking through barriers that we never thought that we'd break through, right? All-female crew? Well, this is the mainstream media version of the events. The narrative is simple, and the images are pristine. Beautiful, successful women in space. Simple. It's a feel-good moment. And it makes us think, wow, we're really watching something extraordinary happen here. It really is amazing, which it is. But hold on just a second. Did they really leave Earth's atmosphere? Because when you scratch the surface, some interesting questions pop up. Sure, they scrapped into a rocket and soared up. But how far did they really go? Was this a true space flight? Or just a high altitude stunt to give us a, good show? Think Red Bull. Y'all remember that, right? Because, as a society, we seem to have a very short-term memory anyways, or at least Americans do. I don't know. I digress. We've all seen the footage of them floating around. But really, let's ask a hard question. Are we actually seeing these women in the great vacuum of space? Or is it just a carefully staged performance? And is there even a theory? Wait, there is enough theories with movie directors and NASA to at the very least, make you side-eye this just a little bit. You can kind of look like, you gonna second guess. If you in the conspiracy circles, then you know what I'm talking about. But what if the truth, might not be as glamorous as, you've been told? Let's talk about something a little bit deeper there. The Freemason connection. Now, for centuries, these secretive groups, or this particular secretive group, have been at least the heart of all major conspiracy theories. And space travel is no exception. See, you've seen that there's a theory that only people who truly make it to space are the ones who've been initiated into the right circles. Freemasons. Okay, I know that's not really a big surprise, but you might have been wondering, how does this even connect to the Blue Origin flight, right? Well, if you take a look at the history of the astronauts, there's a strange connection, this strange pattern. Many of the men who have made history as astronauts have either been members of the Freemasons organization or they've had ties to them. So it's no stretch at all to think that those who control space missions are also in on that, secret handshake, so to speak. But why space? Why only certain people? I know. Now, some of you might be thinking, what's so special about space? Why would the Freemasons care about space travel at all? Well, the idea is that space is the ultimate symbol of power. He who gets to travel beyond the Earth's boundaries gets to control the narrative. And he who controls the narrative controls reality itself. Space is about more than just exploration. It's about reinforcing a sense of superiority, of control, of exclusivity. And let's be real. If you're not in the inner circle, well, you're just not going. So when we see these celebrities getting the chance to lunch, don't be too quick to assume that it's all just about exploration. See, this is a big stage. And they've been cast for a very specific role in this very specific play. Now, you can bet that these women weren't chosen by accident. No. They were handpicked to play a part in a much bigger narrative. Hey, it is what it is. But let's be honest. Celebrities are the ultimate puppets in this big grand scheme. I almost had to catch myself. Now, you might be thinking these people are famous because of their talents or their achievements, but in reality, it's much darker. It's a lot darker. Celebrities are placed in our lives like chess pieces. They're marketed to us, they're built up and pushed to the forefront as examples of success and power. But the real power doesn't really lie with them. It lies with the puppet masters behind the scene. See, we see Katy Perry, Gayle King, and Lauren Sanchez as trailblazers. We see them in space breaking barriers, achieving the impossible. But what if the reality is that they're just reinforcing an illusion? The illusion that we too can reach the stars, that if we work hard enough, if we buy into the narrative that they're selling us, we can be just like them. But see, that's the trick. The world is fixated on these glamorous, high-profile people. The real power remains hidden in plain sight, right here on Earth. And no, it's not about space travel. It's about the control that these media spectators or spectacles exert over us. Now, we get fed these stories to keep us distracted, to keep us entertained, and ultimately to keep us from questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. So now let's circle back to the most basic question. Did they really leave Earth's atmosphere? According to some experts, Blue Origin flights didn't even break through the Kármán line, which, in case you don't know, is the internationally recognized boundary of space. So if they didn't really go to space, did they really leave Earth's atmosphere? Now, that's a critical detail. See, the visuals, the excitement, the awe-inspiring shots, are they all just part of a well-executed show? Are we being led to believe that something that's not entirely true? That this entire event, all these events, have been manipulated in a way to keep us from believing in the narrative, or at least to keep us believing in the narrative that they want to sell us? I'm just saying. Now, let's zoom back out just for a second. This isn't just about Blue Origins or Katy Perry or whatever new famous celebrity you want to throw in there, or even the Freemasons. This is about the larger picture of the space race, the elites, and control. Space has always been about power, who gets to control the narrative, the knowledge, and ultimately the future. The space race isn't about pushing humanity forward. It's about creating a divide. Those who control space are soon as, or at least soon seen as the masters of the universe. While the rest of us, well, we're left looking up, mesmerizing by the stars and never truly reaching them, now that I really think about it. So did they really go into space? Or was this all just part of a carefully orchestrated spectacle to keep us distracted, to keep us believing in the illusion that we too can reach for the stars? I'll leave you with that question. Just remember, when it comes to celebrities, space, hell, even the Freemasons, you gotta ask yourself, who's really pulling the strings behind the scenes anyways? The truth is, often the truth is hidden in plain sight. So just stay curious, stay skeptical, and most importantly, don't let these puppets fool you.
The Flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni, and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Eddie Alenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.